When making quiches, the number one step, in my opinion, is using farm fresh eggs. If you have a local market near you, definitely stop in. They are the best. Welcome back to Green Bee Explorer. Today I'm going to show you how to make broccoli mini quiches or cupcake quiches. First thing I do is I take my broccoli. I like to use organic broccoli. I get this one from Costco. It's a big bulk one. Definitely use it up quick because they do go sour if you don't if you open up the bag and then don't use them. But what I'd like to do is I actually like to measure to see how many little broccolis I want to have in each one of my cupcakes. By putting the broccolis in individually, you know exactly how many you need, and you don't make too many in the end, and it makes the perfect little quiche. You don't want an overabundance of broccoli or too little. You want every bite to be perfect. This is the best way you can measure, and as you can see, it doesn't take that much, and I'm going to show you the next step. For my next step, I'm going to be adding the broccolis to a blender. In this case, this is kind of like one of those ninjas, but you can mix it all in. And I just want to reduce the size a little bit, that way it'll cook better. And I'll show you how big they are. As you can see, it doesn't take much to chop up the broccolis. Now, I can pour it right back in. And if there's little big chunks, that's okay. It makes for a better bite later. And just space them out evenly into each one. There we go. And I will keep doing that for the rest of these. Here are the last few. Oh, I didn't add my... Forgot to add those.
Here are my last few.
One step or mistake I forgot to show you was I forgot to put butter or olive oil or coconut oil, whichever you prefer, inside the cup itself to prevent sticking. So I'm going to see if I can get all of the broccoli out. I really want to use this pan instead of this one, but I want to see if I can just flip everything over and it will catch into this one, and then I can then butter the other pan that I prefer. Was I successful? Oh, it worked. Oh, yes. Okay. That makes it a lot more simple. And this one I can quickly dust out and add some butter. Taking my melted butter, I'm going to coat the inside of each one of these to prevent sticking. I make sure to get plenty on the bottom and then plenty around the sides. Now I'm going to come back. This is the pan I wanted to use, and this is the pan I didn't. So I'm going to do my same method. I'm going to place it on top. Hopefully it'll be okay after all that work I did. And flip it over. Yes! Awesome. Okay. So now we're back to where we started. Now it's time to start with the eggs. I'm actually going to put my eggs back into my blender. That way it's less work and you don't have to, they'll scramble and mix a lot easier. I will use about 6 eggs to start, and as I start filling this, we'll see how many more eggs I need. It really depends whether you're using small eggs, large eggs, extra large eggs. It'll vary a little bit. I love blue eggs. Tan eggs. Again, they can get messy too. Spotted eggs. This one's like almost perfectly round. There we go. I have 6 eggs to start with. I'm just going to add a small dash of whole milk. You can use any milk you want. And the milk helps them make themselves a little fluffier. There we go. Perfect. Before I pour my eggs in, I want to add a little spice on the inside. In this case, I'm going to use kickin' chicken. It's a really good spice. It's kind of neutral for all cooking, whether you're cooking chicken, steak, veggies. I love it. And it does give a little kick, which I love. But you can add any spice you want to your cooking. Now I'm going to pour my egg inside each one of the, ooh, that was a little much, but it is sinking down, which is good. I'll show you one right here. There we go. All right, you can see how far that got us. I'm going to try another 4 eggs. Unfortunately, I only have 4 eggs left, so let's see if this will do it. And it really depends on how many you're making, how big you want it. If you're making the muffin size, obviously that'll be a little bit more. If you're making the mini cupcakes, obviously a little bit less. But this is where you kind of have to judge and make sure you have backup eggs. Oh, that one is tough. This is a good egg. When you cannot crack that shell, you know it's a good egg. Another blue one. I love it. And one more. Let's hope this is enough. Add a dash of milk. There we go. Again, that helps to make them fluffy. Let's fill in the ones that are empty first and see if we have enough egg. Oh, it's getting close. Oh, yep, it looks like they're almost filled. I think definitely 12 eggs would have been perfect, but right now I only had 10, so I have to go to the farmer's market to literally get more eggs. Like I said before, I ran out of eggs, so I'm literally going over to the farmer's market. But at the moment, I'm going to store them in my fridge temporarily, and maybe you can wander to the farmer's market with me and see the eggs that I like to get. I love getting their coffee. It's so good. And here's some options you can get in beans. We ended up getting a regular coffee and a chai coffee. The chai coffee is delicious. I got the last few eggs at the farmer's market. Now I'm going to add them. Ooh, hopefully that sinks in. Fill these ones up. There we go. That one is a little bit bigger. I'm going to take a spoon and just adjust that one that was a little overflowing. Last thing I'm going to add is some of my own seasonings that I prefer. This is Italian, just a little bit of each. Again, you can top it off with whatever seasonings you want. I recommend doing the seasonings inside and on the outside. That way, as you make it into your sandwich or just chop it up after, taking it out or reheating it, this is great as a continuing breakfast snack throughout the week. There we go. Perfect. Placing my quiches in the oven, I make sure to put a cookie tray under because they could always overflow a little bit and you don't want that dripping in the bottom of your oven. I had it set at 350 because I opened the oven and you see it shows 345 right now, but you cook it at 350. 350 for 25 minutes, and I'll show you it halfway through. There's only 3 minutes left. Let's take a look. Oh my gosh, they blew up. They're huge. Look at that. That is hilarious. They're like little castles, cupcake castles, or quiches. The timer went off. They are ready. Let's get them out. Here's the final masterpiece, but don't worry, in a few minutes they will shrink. After cooking, this is what we end up with. A perfectly cooked quiche with broccoli in it. I have a taste tester. Pick out your favorite one. You like that one? Okay. Now for the taste testing. There was a request not to have the face in, so I'm just showing you the food. He's tasting it. And let's see what he thinks.
It's very good. You can really taste, broccoli doesn't feel like it's gone. I mean, you still have some of that little crunch of it. The taste and the flavor of the egg's really nice. I think it's cooked just great. Yeah, I mean, it really has that taste, and feel of the broccoli in very small pieces, and a little bit of spice, a little kick, like peppery I'm getting too. Mild salt. Tastes really good.
Awesome, thank you. Enjoy, there's 12 more. I think he's enjoying. The first step to making quiches is the best ones to use are farm fresh eggs.